Hi everyone, today I'm going to share with you how to use fabric scrap to make a beautiful handbag. You can make this to sell or you can make it for yourself. If you have the printer, this is going to be in my description box for you to print this out. This is the big one and the small one, the hexagon. But if you don't have the printer, here I show you how to make the hexagon. You go into fold 8.5 inches in half. You make the circle or any size you want. You can trace from the pot lid, and then from here you're going to go around and it marked 4.25 inches. Going to cut this around. I show you how to do this, but if you have the printer you can skip this part. Sometimes I feel like making it better quicker than print this up. Alright, so now I have the circle. Now I'm gonna fold the half of the circle into 3 equal parts. To do that, I'm going to temporarily hold like this, and then I fold it, and I make sure that I move to make sure that 3 parts are equal. If not, I will take a little bit over here and a little bit over there to make it even. The fold meet the fold and the pointy meet the pointy and everything. So that way that you have 3 equal parts. And then from this corner to this corner, you're going to draw a straight line. And that's how you make the hexagon. Now you can use this template and you going to trace on the fabric and you're going to cut out 11 pieces. You can cut 4 of these, 3 of that, and or 11 pieces or different colors or prints. Up to you everyone. So after that, from this template, you go on to make a small hexagon. Which you go from the pointy right across, not going like this, and then you go on to mark from the pointy end 2 inches. Now from each corner, from the pointy end, from the outside end, you go on to mark 2 inches. And from there, you go on to make the small hexagon. If you use the printer to print out the templates that I share with you, then I suggest you to make 2 copies. So that way you have a big one and then you cut the small one. So now you have the small hexagon. So cut this out from the small hexagon. I have cut in here 11 pieces of fusible fleece. And I will show you how to make one and you're going to do the other 10. Okay, so this, you're going to fold it in half. I only do this to pin, like mark the center right in the center here. And then I do one more time like this. So then I mark the center right here. Up the center, and then with this one, I go like this, and I press, and then I do this, and then I press, and the center right here, sticky side facing down to the sticky side. And so let me see if I wrote like this, and it here, and then I make sure the side, the line, and everything it meet together. Very important. Now you're going to iron in here. To iron this, you always iron on the other side, or you can put the paper I mean the fabric, another piece of fabric on top, and then you can iron, because you don't want to iron on the fleece side until it stick a little bit. Then you can turn the other side and iron. You're going to do this 12 pieces. It takes very little time. I do the video, it takes longer for me because I have to show you, but you do it yourself, it really quick, everyone. Okay, and make sure it's staying down. Now if you don't have this fusible flea, you can use heavyweight interfacing. Okay, I'm gonna turn up a little bit because my fabric is 100% cotton. So I'm gonna go and fold on this side in and iron this. This iron is gonna help you a lot. And then from here you do that again, and you do that all 6 sides. Now when you have this all 6 sides folded in, right in the center, you're going to mark the center. Do all 6. This one right here, we mark the center of the small one. Going from the inside to here, double thread, going up. Okay. Now I'm going to take the first side. This is the first side, the second side, the center, and the center of this. We're going to do it together. So I'm gonna go and scoop this up, this side, and I bring it down to here. And I'm gonna make sure it going in by sewing this. Just take, I love this. I love hand sew and something like this. It's very pretty. That is that one. And then I lift this up. You can see this is the next one I just showed you. Make sure that press this down, and then take this next one, bring it down to here to meet with this one right here. Now when you're doing that, you can see this pointy here that fall right in the center, just like so. And I'm going to have the needle going down. It's gonna take you a few minutes. I do show, so it really take a longer for me, but you do it yourself, it's quicker. And then I'll go up. Okay, and right at the corner here, you're gonna make sure that you're flapping this down, and then you press it like this. When you press, you can see that pointy right in the center. Go to this side, do the same thing, press like that. And it had the center. Put your finger inside, place it down like this. And I have the needle still here. I'm gonna have it hold on to this. Just right here. And then I flap this down and make sure the fold is going to stay right in the center like that. And I press on the side here. Bring this pointy here over to here. When you pull, you can see the diamond. It looks like this, and it's the same size with the first one that already down. And you press. After that, you're gonna bring this pointy back to the side here in the center. You have the first diamond shape right here. And I'm going to go up, and I go down, and I move to the next one, coming up again. And remember, center, stay at the center. Now that the first one is done, you want to iron this down, you can, or you can wait until you're done all 6. Okay, this one is done. Zoom it out a little bit. Okay, that one is done. The next one, same thing. Go to this side. I'm going to make sure press, and then I'll take the center from here and bring it down to the center and repeat the same step, everyone. Same thing, because we have 6 of them. Like that. I want to make sure that I can have my needle hold on to this while I'm folding this side. And then I go into this side. And then I go in down to the center here, and I press on this side. I'm gonna have my needle hold on to this fabric, and then I bring this up, pull it, hold on to this. When I pull, I hold it down. Pull until you see this pointy, it going up to here, and you press. And then you bring this down same way to this side. Now you have 2 diamond shapes, and you continue to do so. I'm gonna go up to take this pointy so I can sew it down so it can stay down. And now that's 2. The other 4 do the same way. That 2. See how easy that is? Like that. Go into here, bring it down, and do it exactly the same way, everyone. Okay, do exactly the same way to the other 3, and then the 12 pieces. So everyone, after I finish this, and look, 6 petals, and then the back. The back gonna stay inside anyway, so don't worry. And here I have the button that I got it from Walmart. This is like a 1/2 inch, so I cut it in here a little bit bigger. You don't have to go exactly, but as long as it's bigger than this. And then you go on to cover this button, but you can use any kind of button. I just have that hang around my room forever. See, last time I got that for something else, I don't remember, but anyhow, you're gonna go around and made and stitch this so you can cover the button. Here, but before that, I'm gonna go right to the center, and I go up again in the center. I'm gonna cut off the tail here a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to get this button right in the side, and I place it down here and hold on to this, and I'll go down, up and down. But every time I go up, I'm gonna scoop the side of the button because I want it to lie down here. Now I'm gonna go and scoop on the side of the button, and I go down. continue to do so until you feel like you have done enough and the button is staying down nice and secure. And this way, and then one more going up on this side. It's up to you if you want to do more, you can do more. And then here I'm gonna go to the back, pulling this down so you can see how pretty that is. And then you go on this side, and then you make the loop and you come out, and we're going to put it together. Everyone, after I finish all 11 pieces, the one of the piece that on the side here, I don't make the button for this. This is the bottom of this. So you're going to put 6 on one, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this is you're going to sew it together by. I'll put it on here so you know. This is for the first one. You put in this together, and then the second one you're going to do the same way, but like this one, and then these two. These two. Okay, so one with 6 and one with 5, like this. This one is empty. This one gonna be the top of the handbag, and this one gonna be the bottom. So half of this can be over here when you sew it together, but I will show you how to do this. Okay, so this is the 5. You go on to, so whatever I show you here, you're gonna do the same thing to this one. Okay, but this one have 5. Let me just put in here so you know. That's the 5. And then this is the 6. We're going to sew it together, but let me show you. Now if you want to sew by using the overcast, you can do that. If you want to sew normal, you can too. So either way, you want to go around here first, or you can go from one side to the other, like from here and go on here, finish, and then here to here and finish, and then from here to here, finish, and then go to the next one, because it never can go around. If you want to go around and then come back, and you have to do one at a time. So I rather do 2 at a time. So do this. So I'm gonna go from the outside here, and I'm sewing that, and then after that I'm sewing the inside. So whatever you want to, and I'm start sewing like this. Okay. I'm gonna go from the inside, and if you want to go like this to be quicker, you can too, or you can do the overcast. It's gonna be inside anyway, so you don't need to do any fancy. But if you want to overcast, this is how you do. Hold your thread out this way, and then from here you slide the needle inside the loop, go in here, it look nicer if you want to do that, but it's gonna take a while to finish. And you, after you sew this together, you go on to sew the rest of the other 4, and then you go on to sew the other 5 pieces on the other side, on the right side right there. You sew same thing. As long as you sew together, you're good to go. I love making something like this because I love hand sew. Everyone, after I sew this together, this is the 6 and this is the 5. So you can see this space right here. This is where we're going to sew. Okay. Or you can sew the flower inside first and then the 4 at the corners. We have the birds that making the nest in front of my yard, and it's right next to the window. So it's about like midnight, around 11 something to 12 midnight. They're making wicked loud noise outside. And my twin Ethan and Brandon say, they on the maternity leave. Why they make so much noise outside? So everyone, after I join this together, it's gonna look like this. So before we sew it in the two sides, I'm gonna add the handle. So it's right here in the center of this. Go all the way down. You're going to sew this together. So when you place the handle, make sure right in between the two petals and push it all the way down until you can push any more, and that's where you're going to pin so you can sew these handles together. This is the very cute handbag, everyone. I suggest you, if you have any fabric scrap, you don't need to make in the same color of 3 and 4 or 4 or whatever. You can make every single hexagon of different colors if you like, and it come out beautiful any size. This is the basic quilt that I learned from my mother when we did the hand quilt long time ago. Every time I do something like this, I remember my mom. Very detailed. I still talk to my mom, everyone, at night time when I can't sleep. I look at the window and I talk to her. I know she listened to me, but it's super sad. Super duper sad, everyone, because when she left us all sudden, and she diagnosed with cancer stage 3, and within 2 months she's gone. So everyone, after you sew the handle, or you can make it longer for the shoulder strap. Now I'm gonna fold it in half like this, the right side facing in, and then you sew on exactly the same way. You sew on the two sides together. For this idea, everyone, you can make a bigger handbag if you want to make a bigger hexagon, and do any size you want to. This is so cute. I love making something like this for gift, and also help me to use fabric scrap too. Once in a while I have to use the fabric scrap because it's too much. So everyone, after I sew on the side here all the way down, the same way I sew on these pieces, and then on this side too, all the way down, and finish, you can go inside out, and then you can add the pattern. You are done with this from a fabric scrap. Look at the bottom. This is the half on each side. So the 11 pieces that go on to the bottom. But you can make it all different fabric if you want to. I just have this fabric laying around and I have to cut it out, and it's exact 11 pieces. It's so pretty. Very different. See how cute it is. So right in the center here, you can use either the snap button like this one that I've been using. Very useful. Or you can use the magnet button, and then you can solder it in here. So either way, it's good. So I'm gonna go and use the snap button that I have. So I'm gonna go right in the center here, and I poke. And remember, this is thick because you have the others inside. Okay, so go and do it bigger like this, and I'm going to pick the color for this. Pink look good. And I go right into the back here, push all the way in. Then I use the back of this come with the box, so check in my description. Now it's in, and then on this side, for the other side of the button, placing this, threads it go through because sometimes it's stuck right in the center here too. So put in the other side, and now you have the button for this. You snap it, done. It's so pretty. And this you can go your shoulder, not too long, but it's long or short, it depends on what you like. So let me see the side of this from side to side. Here that 10 inches, the center here is 8 inches, 8 inches, and it's so pretty. Open the snap button here, and then you can put your stuff in here, your phone, your whatever you want to put it in here, and then you're good to go. Your phone, your wallet, whatever. Okay, I'm just showing you how to do this, but it's very roomy. This is good for going out, very fancy. So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all of you that support my channel and the channel members. Thank you for your support. And also please visit my second channel and give me some watch hours too. Love you. Take care. Stay safe, everyone.